Hello once again. This time the film that we are looking at is King Arthur, starring Clive Owen as King Arthur and Keira Knightley as Guinevere. Also, it's a bit of a long film. There's a lot of history to cover in this movie. I watched the unrated director's cut, which they made unrated, I believe, because with the hand-to-hand combat scenes, there's plenty of fight scenes to make this is a pretty pleasant action film. Maybe not the greatest action film you'll see, but it has some pretty good long battle scenes with hand-to-hand combat that can be quite brutal for the average everyday viewer that may not be into a grotesque ending for a killing, which this film offers sometimes, with heads and stuff being chopped and all sorts of other ways of dying that are pretty brutal because it is hand-to-hand combat and sword to sword and that sort of thing, with it being the medieval times. And it takes quite the look at that Arthur was a guy who stood up for what he truly believed in, even though he was let down to find out that the world that he and the city of Rome that he believed in didn't quite exist the way he wanted it to be. He was if this movie is as true as the legend, then he was a man way ahead of his time to be so open towards and tolerant towards people's religious and political views of the time. Because even though he is Christian, he fights among his men in the round table with the knights who aren't that way. But he loves them as he would love anybody else, and stands up and fights with them, and that's what they do for him in the end, too. Like I said, it's a pretty long film, but some decent performances. Pretty decent action film. Take care.